Los Angeles LA City Council President Nury Martinez essentially saying earlier this is no longer up for debate. The City Council has decided, they have voted, and they passed the ordinance 11-2.
Let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes, 2 noes.
Thank you.
So to be clear, so the ordinance is passed, but not with the urgency clause, which required 12 votes.
City Council, Madam Clerk, please call.
The City Council voting this morning. This was not a unanimous decision. Some council members voicing concerns about the execution of the ordinance. The vote was 11-2, with Councilman John Lee and Joe Buscaino voting against it. The City Council was scheduled to vote last week, but held off to hear some concerns regarding the logistics of the mandate. It essentially applies to all indoor public spaces. The ordinance would require people to be fully vaccinated to do simple things like go shopping at a mall. Restaurants, bars, gyms, sports arenas, museums, spas, nail and hair salons, also indoor city facilities. It applies to everyone 12 and older. Those with medical or religious exemptions will need to provide a recent negative COVID-19 test. Indoor public spaces that fall under the ordinance would be required to display advisory notices of the vaccination requirement. It is slated to go into effect by November 4th, but could change slightly due to the urgency clause. The requirements are set to expire when the city lifts its emergency declaration for the COVID-19 pandemic. The Los Angeles Department of Building and Public Safety will likely be responsible for enforcing the mandate. Business owners that do not comply will first be given a warning, then may be subject to fines starting at $1,000. The fines would begin to be enforced starting November 29.
I'd like to make a verbal amendment to item 2 that's before us. Request the city attorney to amend the draft ordinance to make it a criminal offense to harass, intimidate, obstruct, or interfere with any employee that is enforcing the provisions of this article.
Now, some of the provisions discussed and essentially introduced by Joe Buscaino did not pass, and Mayor Eric Garcetti, well, he is expected to sign this into law very soon.